Hi guys, in the last video I talked a little bit about straightening the wire to make a track for a rolling ball sculpture, and pick soldering to hopefully make nice clean joints, strong joints. And in this video I've taken a couple of lengths of track, and I've made two short pieces of track just to demonstrate something with you. It's just an observation that possibly isn't immediately obvious, but I want to show how by varying the width of the track for any given slope, any incline or decline in track, you can influence the speed of the ball by changing the track, and that's what I'm going to show you here. So I've just prepared two bits of track, and well, see what you think. I'd be interested in your comments at the end of this. And again, thanks for watching, and thanks for the comments. I guess I should say, if you want to see everything I make in this, you should probably subscribe. I never ask for subscribers because either folks want to watch something or they don't. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it. Cheers. Okay, I've knocked up two tracks now, very simple, and I've just got a little spacer on each end of each track, and you'll see I've made one track narrow and one track wide. Both the tracks are running downhill at the same angle, as near as is practical in a a little mock-up like this. So I'm going to start a ball from running. I'm going to start two balls from running down there, down to the other end. One of them will run faster than the other one. Which track do you think will be the fastest? The narrow track or the wide track? And before you sort of answer yourself, think about it. You might want to stop the video and sort of think about it and think, what's the old idiot talking about? Why there should be any difference? We've got two balls that are identical, or at least for practical purposes they're identical, and we've got tracks running down that are running at exactly the same slope, so why should there be any difference? So just think about it for a bit. The reason this is interesting to me is I haven't started to design a track yet, or a finished product, as it were, and I want to understand what the criteria is. So which one's going to be the fastest, the narrow track or the wide track? You can't change your mind once I say go. Did you get it right? It's not immediately obvious to people that there's going to be a difference. So if you didn't, don't worry about it. You won't be alone. I don't know as it jumped out at me before I started, but I'll do it again just to show it's not a fluke. I'm letting both balls go at the same time, and consistently the narrow track wins. Okay, so let's get all that lot out of the way, and let's see. Let's give ourselves two circles to indicate two balls. So we might say that's our centre there. And that's our centre there. Now, if we've got the the narrow track, where it's very close together, those two tracks can only make contact on a large part of the diameter of the ball. So let's say that track is running there, and the other track is, think of it as the other side of the page. And then for the wide track, think of it as running there. Yep, so the ball will roll down that track, and if we were to turn it into, let's think of it as a wheel. That's somewhere about there, I think. So that says one larger. There. So if we were to paint the track with white paint and run the marble down it, the marble would touch, and as it went down, that part would make contact with that part would make contact with that, and so on around it, and it would paint a circle around the marble, and you can think of that as an axis there. And with the wide, so this is the narrow, and this is the wide track. Let's have a look. Somewhere there. So again, if we were to paint this track white and roll the ball down it, it would roll down there. Okay, so far so good. Rub out the outer part of the marble. Okay, because we'll ignore that because nothing touches that. So other than its mass, its bulk, it doesn't influence anything. Yeah, because it simply doesn't touch. It's only this bit of the marble. So now you can think of that as a wheel. And you say, okay, well, if this is a wheel and we go in this direction, and you lay this track down, so that touches there, that touches there, that touches that would unwrap to well, pi times the diameter, so somewhere around there. So one revolution would cover that sort of length. With this one, as it goes round, if you say, well, this bit of track touches there, this bit of track touches there, this bit of track touches there. So you say, okay, again, one revolution is going to be pi times the diameter, which is probably, let's guess and say it's somewhere there. So one revolution of the marble, it's only gone that distance. Yeah. So the speed of rotation is going to be somewhat similar for both marbles, because it's the mass that influences the speed of rotation, like a pendulum. You've got to change the mass or the position of it, and in the length of it. And in this case, I think we can think of it simply as, if this is a little wheel, that it's got to turn a lot of times to cover the same distance as the big wheel. It goes round one stride, one revolution, and it's down here. As I say, it's not dreadfully important to understand that, but I think if you're going to design, or if I'm going to design some sort of structure, I don't want to have to keep on making changes to it. And the idea of knowing that if I vary the track width, I can alter the flight time. Yes, I can alter the height of the angle of the drop, but I may get to a stage where I don't want to change that for some mechanical reason, but if I change the width of the track, I can influence it. I want to design a fairly slow running machine. I don't want something that's zoom, zoom, zoom. I want to be able to control it. And by understanding something about how track width can influence things. Hopefully it'll help me to get a better finished design. Anyway, I hope you found that interesting and hopefully informative. Tell me if you guessed right, and be honest, because you're only kidding yourself, you're not kidding me. Okay guys, all the very best. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.